answer, forehead.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda. If this is your first time here, welcome to my beauty entertainment channel. Absolutely. So if you'd like to follow me on Twitter, on social media, here is my Twitter and my Instagram. Go have fun, enjoy yourself on there. And while you're here, you can check out some of my recent videos. A while ago I posted the second part to my Degrassi video, seasons 8 through 10, I'm pretty sure. And then before that I posted a Let's Talk New Releases, and then before that I posted another Everyone is Bothering Me type of video. So that's super fun. Okay, so before we get started, I want to talk about today's sponsor. So today's video is once again sponsored by Skillshare. Thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. So as you all know, Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes for creative and curious people like me and you, I hope. So Skillshare offers memberships allowing you to connect with or support fellow creatives and enter into community with other people who want to learn more like you. So Skillshare is a fun way to be able to just continue your learning opportunities and just not have learning be in school. Because learning should be fun. It should be fun. It's not with the way, this is currently working, but we can make it fun again, right? So I'm still taking Geogram's hand lettering class in Procreate because I've had my iPad forever, and I make my cute little notes, but I never had the time to sit down and make the headers for real. But now I can after and now that I'm making my little, because it's final season, I'm making my little final review sheets. I now know how to make the little cursive, those super pretty lettering. And of course this is after I take all my science classes, so whatever, I'm not bitter about that, whatever. I also started Brooke Glaser's Intro to Procreate because I don't want to just use that app for just pretty lettering. I'm like, I might as well just get some more use out of it. So I'm using that class to be able to learn what Procreate really is, because I currently just use it to write fancy words and then copy and paste it into GoodNotes. So I'm like, I can't just use Procreate for that. Let me learn some more things about how to draw. And I really like Skillshare's iPad art classes. They're always really well done and they're really easy to follow along with all of them that are in that little section. And I want to know how to use my iPad more, so I'm gonna watch all of them. So, and their classes are so much fun. So Skillshare is giving away a free trial to the first 1,000 people. Click the link in my description box down below to help explore your creativity. So if that's something that interests you, please make sure to check that out and click the link in my description box. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. And let's just start, I guess. Okay, so disclaimer 1. I'm putting this, I said no, whatever, Amanda lied in her New Year's resolutions. Today we're going to be talking about a television show. We're talking about a television show. It's called Invincible. I'm not even going to say anything yet. No. So that's what show we're going to be talking about today. Before I start, I'm going to start with my disclaimers. I did not read the comics and I'm not going to. So this, I think that will steer away that group of people from watching my video. I think that statement is good enough. We're gonna say it again. I did not read the comics and I don't want to. That's it. I don't want to. I decided I wanted to watch this because literally every single one of my mutuals was talking about it, and I was like, they usually have good taste. So let me watch the show. The first episode though, I was almost thrown. Was thrown a lot, but yeah, no. This is also not a safe space for dude bros to be racist or sexist in my comments. Don't watch this video. Don't watch this video. Don't watch this video. If you don't like someone like me speaking, don't watch this video. Don't. Please, I need you guys to go away from this channel. Get away, because I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to share this with y'all. I don't actually. I don't care if it was yours first. I don't want to share this with you guys. Next, okay. So that's my whole disclaimer. We're done. So I'm going to talk about characters and stuff, and then the show at the end, like I always do. So we're going to start off with I guess you could call them adults. Some of these people are not adults. These are just I don't know, adults / villains. We'll start off with them first. First people we have up are the Mahler twins. I think the villains in this show are really terrifying. They're kind of funny though, those blue twins. My question, what I wanted to ask is, the government, or Cecil, his little agency, is obviously like scouting villains to like join them. I don't know, you want DA Sinclair's technology but not theirs. Yeah, I know, like whatever, they're in jail, they can use them whenever, whatever, it's fine. But I'm just curious. I'm like, if I were to pick, if I were running the Global Defense Agency, I would want like the ability to build another body as well. I don't know, I feel like their technology could be used as well. So that's all I have to say about them. Next one, DA Sinclair. I'm scared of him. I'm scared of him. The show did a really good job of that. I was creeped out by all of these villains. The fact that Cecil wants to work with him makes me think Cecil is off his rocker, which is fine. I kind of figured, actually. You want someone that thinks he can build the perfect human. We all know what that means, eugenics. You want that on your team? He's weird. Like, we all really dance around the words. We know what the words. You want to build the perfect human? We know what that means. You want that on your... That's weird. That's a little weird. That's a little weird. Next character I wrote down is the Immortal, who was brought back to die. Not that I thought that was funny. I definitely didn't find that funny, but I did laugh. Okay. We're zooming through these adults because like who cares. Next is Titan. So you know, I think his powers are interesting. I don't know, I thought, because I was like, oh, he just turned into a rock, and then I was like, oh, he kind of turned into a rock. I don't fully understand them. I think that's why I think they're so cool, because I don't fully understand his powers, and it's interesting to me. His rock skin can grow back. I feel like we moved on from that way too quickly. When I saw regenerative rock growth, my jaw dropped, because like that's really cool. Also, him being in charge now, I don't mind that. I don't mind that. I would like to see what he's going to do. You can't be an ethical villain, but like maybe you can. Maybe let's see. Maybe we'll see what the girls want to do. Okay, next character. Now we're getting into, you know, the girls. Next is Cecil. He knew something was wrong but didn't want to tell nobody until he figured it out himself. Why? Why must individuals, why don't you guys like asking for help? I'm direct this at myself too. Why do we do that? He's like, I have to figure it out. Why? Why? And while you were trying to figure it out, you gaslit that demon. Like, he knows his own kind. He knows what the devil is. And you were like, no, you're wrong. And also, you guys are spying across the street for like forever, I'm assuming. And don't know that nothing is happening with all those infrared cameras and invisible suits and shit. Y'all couldn't sneak into the house and smell the stench of fish guts on Omni-Man's uniform. I'm still stuck on that. That would have stunk. That would have stunk. Y'all couldn't, no. And also, how did he think he was going to stop? Like, he was like, we want to stop Omni-Man, but then you sent the demon to hell. The guy who figured it out. And I know he's like, I wanted to need to keep it gray. It can't be black and white. But that lost asset, like, it's a wasted asset, because I feel like the demon could have helped a little bit. I don't really know how. That's for someone else to figure out. But I feel like you guys could have gotten him on your team a little bit. He didn't need to be abandoned that early, because why he figured out before all of you guys? Okay, so speaking of the demon, the next is Damien Darkblood. I kind of respect him. I have more respect for a demon than plenty of the other characters. Yep, that's certainly true. He knew something was wrong. When you know your own kind, you know your own kind. You know someone is the devil if you are the devil yourself. And he said something is not right with Omni-Man. I think we should bring him back from hell. I think we should bring him back from hell so he can say, I told you so to everyone. And you guys need some extra, you know, some extra hands. So I have no issue. I have no issue with all these characters. And the next character is Art. One thing I want to say about him: holding your own conversation with like the mass murderer, and you know he is. Good for you, because I would have shot myself. He was just sitting next to him drinking beer. You know what? Good for you, because I couldn't do that. I was thinking he was gonna do something or say something, and I got really fucking nervous. Okay. Next character I'm zooming through these first ones. Next character is Debbie. So where would anyone in the show be without Debbie? Dead. Mark would have died picking up rocks and throwing them down in his backyard. He would have died doing that. Please. Debbie to set him straight. He was acting a bit of a punk. She said, you want me to hit you to make you feel strong? What happens then? Needed to say that. Mark needs to be told things more often, directly, because he clearly doesn't understand context clues or anything like that. So I think the direct case works best with him. Debbie, his mother, understands that. And it's like, yeah. Let's go direct, and directly cleared him in that argument. She's a queen. Where's my brush? How many more people would be dead if not for Debbie? And let's talk about, first off, how much she went through, period, in this whole season. Like, yes, Mark, we'll get there, it's fine. But, your son almost died twice. And not even not a regular death, but he got beat to a pulp. Twice. And the second time it was at the hands of your husband, who just called you a pet and worthless in the same day. I don't even know how she's like, that scene when she was crying in her bedroom, I was like, I can't believe that's really the only scene we saw of her like having any sort of breakdown. Because could you imagine? And she still got to take care of her son, who her former now husband beat up. Like, she went through too much. She went through too much, and while going through it was still trying to help and save other people. Because Debbie's a queen. That pet thing, I knew that, like I saw other mutuals tweet about that when that scene, I guess, aired for the first time. So I knew that was coming. I lost my breath. I know. What would make you say that about a human being? And then y'all will still, the same people trying to get off this video, will still be like, oh, the man's a good person. A pet, his wife, 20 years. 20 years. Your husband, this woman has been through too much. This woman has been through too much, and now she's taking care of her son because he can't take care of himself. We clearly have seen that 8 episodes straight of getting his ass handed to him or failing all of his classes, or both. So clearly he's not doing very well, and he needs his mother's help. But she needs her own help. Who is gonna help Debbie? Who is gonna help Debbie? Who is gonna be Debbie's confidant? Because I need my sister to be okay, because she's not. And you wouldn't be either. I wouldn't be either, so that's definitely for sure. Okay, last person in my, it's just like this section. This next character is Omni-Man. Please rot in hell. Please rot in hell, or in space hell, wherever they send superhumans. In a black hole, maybe, rot and burn and choke. There is no redeemable quality about him. There is not anything redeemable about him. There is not a I don't know what, you guys are crazy, but I'm supposed to take this seriously. People who are like, Omni-Man was doing this for the betterment of the good. Eugenics, genocide is what he did. He was doing it for the betterment of the universe. And you wonder why I don't want to share this with y'all. Budding eugenicists. No! Nobody wants to talk to you guys. I wish anyone, when that, last scene of the first episode happened, my heart fell into my ass. And it was crazy because I was like, this is a regular superhero comedy. I thought this was like an adult cartoon just about superheroes and their daily lives. And it was like, I watched the first episode and the credits came on and I was like, that was, okay, but it's not something I want to binge right now. I'll just come back to it later. And then they did a really quick cut that said 1 credit and then they went to the next scene. I took a bite of my sandwich before watching that scene, and it wasn't, that was a lot. I have been watching Modern Family for 3 months straight. So, and I'm watching Degrassi, even though Degrassi's kind of that was gory as shit. That was violent as shit. It kept getting more and more. The more he kept knocking people down, it kept getting more and more and more violent. And little did I know, that was literally just the tip of the iceberg. The first episode was literally just the tip of an iceberg, and I had no idea what I was about to experience because nobody prepared me. I was gonna come up here upset that nobody was like, this is gory as shit. But I think it worked. I think it worked out better for me that nobody told me anything, because maybe I wouldn't have watched it, and I kind of like this show. Whatever. I haven't watched something that gory in years on years, maybe since high school, and I'm about to graduate next week. So, graduate college next week. So, back to Omni Man. Every time Mark showed a sign of being good at anything, small, huge, whatever, he immediately hits him. Obviously jealousy. You're pathetic. Mark gets one punch against you. You're old as shit. Your son gets one punch on you. One punch, and then you respond. This is the last. You responded with that. That was insane. That was he is a freak. The Omni-Man is a freak. He is a freak. Mark punched him I don't even think he really even got him once. I do not believe he got him, like, for real, for real. He barely touched you. Compared to what Omni-Man ended up doing to Mark, he barely touched him. And that was your response to your son being like, you lied to me my whole life. I think he's going to hell. And he's even more, every time, like, rewatching it, this man is much more sinister and evil than I'm even getting on. I believe so, because why? He came to Earth on the lam, unauthorized and unsupervised. We're gonna need to explain that. He also had the audacity to speak at the funeral of the people he massacred. That is a person who is evil to the core. Do you know what kind of state you gotta be in to speak at the funeral, at the memorial service of the people you massacred in about 5 minutes? With your bare hands. He ripped heads apart. He broke necks. He spilled fish guts all over, I don't know what that space is. It looked like a little cafeteria. And then still flew down to speak at a podium at a memorial for them. He's sick as fuck. He's sick. He's even more sick than any of us really know. For real, he's not right. And then the whole, like, does he actually love Mark and Debbie? No. He's evil. This man is... Why? Debbie made Earth, like, home to you. But no, that was a lie. He never meant any sentence up until episode 8. Unless he was threatening somebody with violence, he was lying. Everything he said was a lie, unless he was threatening someone with violence. The man is disturbing. This man is disturbing. And I'm not gonna say I can't believe people are going up for him, but episodes of lies on lies on lies. And when he wasn't lying, he was being a dick. How are you gonna tell your... First of all, why would you ever tell your child that helping people is beneath them? That's one. But you're gonna tell your superhuman child, who is a superhero, which you're also a superhero, that helping people is beneath a superhero. Your version of helping is the only version that will actually do quote unquote good on this world. It's not doing anyone any good. Genocide it's not helping anyone. He's such an evil man. And there's no way to redeem this. No. Not in my book. There's no way to redeem anything he did. And that's when, delete your comment right now. There's no way to redeem that. No, not this. Active member of the genocidal, task force for Viltrum. Part of a task force of genocide. And then comes to Earth, has Debbie shows you how everything works, and then you call her worthless. And say her life is unimportant in the grand scheme of things to your son that you made with this woman. But you don't actually, you're not actually as tough as you say, because then why did you run off like a little bitch? Why didn't you finish the job? If I thought Mark and Debbie wasn't affecting you, I thought you were a big boss, I thought you were, you know, tough as nails. No, that was all a lie. Now he could be coming back to whoop ass. That's, I don't really know, but I'm thinking he's a regular man with a little too much dip on his chip. Like, calm it down and tone it down. So that's Omni-Man. Now we're going into the second half. Some of these people are still adults, but they're like in like the new team, like new generation kind of. The first guy's an old generation. The first guy up is Black Samson. The whole, like, I used to walk 12 miles to school barefoot, carrying water on my head, heat radiating the sun while there was also a snowstorm, like those stories. That's what that gave. But I have no problem with him. There's no problem with him. There's no problem with an old man being an old man. Like, they say that stuff. That's fine. That's no problem. You're allowed to talk about the olden days and how happy you are. How happy you were back then. And now he has his powers, so I have no problem. Good for you. I know you're happy. I know you're happy because you had to put on a suit to be of importance. Now you don't have to. Good. Good for you. Good for Black Samson. Next character, let me blend this out. Next character is Rex. Rex is an asshole. Rex is an asshole, and the man that voice acts him always plays an asshole. Always play, it's guaranteed. There's no, hey, he doesn't come on and play an asshole. What does Rex really do? He got his ass kicked by Monster Girl because he had the gall to underestimate someone with the name Monster Girl. Bozo. He slept with 3 Kates. I just want to stick on this for a second. It would have been bad. It would have been very bad if it was just 1 Kate. It would have been bad either way. 3. There's no coming back from that. 3. There is no coming back from that. There's no coming back. There's no coming back from that. 3 Kates. He slept with 3 Kates and told all 3 Kates, Adam Eve is dating someone else. It's fine. We don't have to. I don't have to explain too much. 3 Kates. He doesn't want to do anything at all. He doesn't want to work for people he doesn't want to work with people or work for people or help people. He kind of had to be bullied into it, had to be berated into helping, and I guess he's supposed to be like, you know, healed. Now he's not. Misogyny doesn't heal like that. But I think he's an asshole. An asshole can go either way, because you don't know if he's gonna stay an asshole forever or if he's just gonna be, you know, if he's gonna like redeem himself. 3 Kates. 3 Kates. I wrote him up. That shot him down. 3 guys. 3 Kates is very, very excessive. And speaking of Kate, next character is Duplicate. I hate that that's all we know about her at that point. I hate that. I actively resent that all we know about her character is that 3 of them slept with Rex. Because I like her. I think her powers are really cool. Let me clarify. I think her powers are really cool, and I think that would make her a cool girl. But I don't know nothing about you except for that. Like, and I like her costume the best. That might be because it's purple, and purple is my favorite color, but I really like her costume the best. But I'm like, if I were to be like, I think Duplicate is a cool person, people would be like, why? Didn't she? No. So I can't say that fully, but I do think Duplicate is kind of cool. I think she's cool. I think she's cool, ignoring that. She didn't know Rex lied to her. 3. I hate that that's all we know about her, because I wanted to get up here and be like, I think Duplicate is kind of fun. I think her duplicating powers are some of the coolest on the team. Rex throws firebombs? Okay. I wanted to come here and be like, I really like Duplicate, but I can't, because everyone would be like, that's crazy. You like Rex was the one in the relationship. Calm it down. Calm it down. Calm it down. Next character is Shrinking Bray. I think she's cool. We don't know anything about her. I think shrinking is cool as shit. I think shrinking is cool as shit because I think it's not less work, but it's working smarter, not harder. Because why throw the biggest punch when you can just get inside and pull out like a vein or some shit? Like really, let's think let's think a little bit faster. Her powers are cool as shit. I think those are my top 2 powers. Duplicate and nope, that's a lie. It's Adam Eve, then duplicate, and then shrinking. I almost lied to the whole audience. Adam Eve is like the coolest powers on earth. Bronzer, bronzer, bronzer. So that's Shrinking Ray. Next character is Monster Girl. When she said dick size requirement, I had to respect her that instant. Get away from Robot. That's my advice to her. Get away from Robot. Get far away from Robot. As far as possible. For your own safety. Okay. Next character, speaking of Robot, is actually Robot. He's weird. Guys, I wrote down that he was a little weird. He's a lot weird. That is weird. First of all, taking Rex's DNA is weird. That's weird. First of all, taking someone's, isn't that illegal? I know this isn't, okay, this is not a real world, but criminal actions, taking someone's DNA without permission, that's weird. That's already weird. Why his DNA? We know why, but like, do you think that's the only person that Monster Girl would find attractive? He's so weird. Like, why did it have to be your coworker? Now you're gonna look like your coworker's little brother permanently. Not even little brother, you literally look like your coworker did when he was 13, just permanently, just all the time, and y'all have to work together now. That's weird. And the fact that his grown ass made himself a kid is weird. It's weird. And he's like, I did it for Monster Girl. And I was like, I thought, when he was like, we both felt trapped in our own bodies. And I'm like, so what changed for Monster Girl? He was like, I did this for Monster Girl. What changed in Monster Girl's life for real? Because she still has that curse. She still loses a week, was it, of age every time she has to what changed for her? You just are 13 now. That's the only thing that really changed. You're in a 13-year-old's body. Weird. And didn't she even say that she hates the fact that she looks so young, and she hates the fact that the only guys that will talk to her are either like 13-year-olds or pedophiles? No one wants to listen. Why? See, this is an example. Why wouldn't you listen to what he said? And so look at all of these stages of weird. Look at all of these stages of weird. Then he comes in and he expected them all to just like be okay with this. Like, he was actually very shocked that Rex had a problem with him stealing his blood, his DNA without permission, and making himself into a younger clone. He walked in and he was like, yeah, they're gonna be totally fine with that. He's weird. He's weird, and I want Monster Girl to get away from him. Because I'm not seeing anything good coming out of that. If I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I'm not seeing or hearing potentially anything good coming out of that. I think it would only get bad. It would only ever be bad. Ooh, sorry. Okay, next character. Next character we're going to be discussing is William. I love William. I think he's funny. I think he's really down with the shits. William does not really, he's not a wimp. He was throwing those cans at that cyborg and wasn't even fazed about it. And did not care. He went down into that sewer. Now that was a little reckless. That was less of being down with the shit and more of, why are you going into a sewer, William? Why are you going into, we don't need to go into sewers. But William is fine now. But I enjoy his character. I think he's so funny. I also think he's another person who is consistently honest with Mark. And I believe that Mark desperately needs honesty. Now, definitely Mark was a little crass before he went to and like asked Adam Eve to like help him. He was a little crass, but he wasn't wrong. He wasn't wrong. The delivery could have been maybe slightly better. I'm not like denying that, but was he wrong? Not in the slightest. So that's William. Let me fan my face. All right, next character. Let me get my water before I discuss my sister. Next character is Amber, my sister, the baddest bitch. I love her. You knew that. I love her. I think Amber's super, super cool. I love her vibe. I love what she stands for. You know, my sister's just trying to live. Now let me get started. Because, where do I start? Where do I start? My sister kept trying to end that damn relationship, but Mark was like, no, stay with me. And you guys kept blaming Amber, even though she was the one who wanted to end it the entire time. Bozo 1. 2. Mark was like, I'll do better. He said, I'll be better at this 3 months in, and then continued to do the same shit for 2 more months. Fuck y'all. Y'all wouldn't tolerate that either. You and I know you guys would not, because seeing a random Twitter user post a day in your life has you guys threatening violence over the internet. So I know you guys wouldn't fuck with someone treating you like that either, all right? So please stop. Mark, so your response is Mark shouldn't tell his high school girlfriend that he's a superhero. Okay, let's have that be the reason we're using today. They were serious enough to be meeting parents, but I guess they weren't in a serious relationship, according to you guys. When William found out, he really didn't care that much that William kind of found out. I mean, Amber found out like a couple minutes later, but whatever. Okay, whatever. Y'all are mad that because Amber figured out that he was a superhero and lied about knowing his secret. I thought it was too dangerous for his high school girlfriend to share that she knows a secret that big. Isn't that what you guys just said, that he had to hide his secret? But now you want Amber to tell him and scream that he's invincible on their college visit in the middle of the quad. So which one is it? What do you guys really want from her? Let me address, I don't believe Amber is a stereotype. I don't really know where you guys got that from. I believe Amber's kind of just responding to mistreatment. Like, no matter what the context of the mistreatment is, and we as viewers know what the context of the mistreatment is, like Mark is a superhero, but no matter the context, Amber is still being mistreated, and she's allowed to have a reaction to being mistreated. It doesn't make her an angry black girl. That makes her a human being. She maybe raised her voice once in this show. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know where you guys got that from. I don't know where you guys got that from, because that confuses me as well. What? She was responding to mistreatment by being rightfully upset. How did you guys, really? Now black women cannot show any emotion. What representation do you guys want? Because it seems like everyone has all of these restrictions. No. So now she can't be upset at anything. She had to just stand there no, we're not doing that. I don't know why the attention is not directed at Mark buying a planner. Like, the attention is not focused on that. It's focused on Amber not wanting her boyfriend to be late and all the time and lie to her. And it absolutely is that deep, and it always will be that deep. You guys hate her because she's black, and I know she's not black in the comics. I'm aware of that. But when you change a white character to a black character, things like this happen. If you change a character to black, the audience is going to perceive the character differently and is going to react to the character's actions differently. If it wasn't that deep, why are white supremacists underneath your tweets kikiing with y'all talking about Amber? Why are white supremacists underneath your tweets saying things like Omni-Man is not the real villain of the show, Amber is? Why are you even tweeting things like that? I don't know if I saw, like, if Amber was white, you guys wouldn't like her still, but there wouldn't be this vitriol. There wouldn't be aggressive, violent threats to a 17-year-old cartoon character the way they are right now. Wouldn't be, and you're gonna tell me I'm wrong. I've lived almost 21 years as a black woman. Nope, it is that deep. I don't know, if I saw that side of Twitter, grateful and gleeful to hate on this particular character, I would maybe wonder if that's a side that I want to be on. Not saying you have to like every single character in every single show, but I would wonder if maybe there's something else going on, because she didn't really do anything. Amber really didn't do anything, as in anything. Like, her plot points compared to the rest of the show were very minuscule. Like, people are saying Amber is the real villain of the show, while Omni-Man, the violent, murderous colonizer on a genocidal task force, isn't the real villain of the show, and you're gonna sit here and tell me it's not that serious and it's not that deep. I don't want to be around you guys, if that's what you think. I don't think you want to be around me either. I don't think you want to be around me either, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. The fact that a post like that is made and goes viral tells me that it is that serious, and I'm not safe around half of you guys. 99% actually. You would have thought, the way Amber was described on Twitter before watching the show, that she was one of the villains in an episode, not the main character's girlfriend. No way, no way. If the only context you had was, you know, Twitter's description of characters, you wouldn't have made the assumption. You would have made that assumption. You would not have been like, oh no, she just had unmovable boundaries and doesn't want to be lied to. That's not what you would think. Your boyfriend is running around for 5 months, always late, always lying, and can't even use 3 cells in his brain clunking around together to come up with a good explanation to at least put her at ease. Can't even do that. But Amber's the problem. They even put him disappearing, him not being there for her all the time, into their romantic montage, their life at college montage in episode 6. He disappeared for a second. Why would they write that in there if that wasn't a real concern of their relationship? She's supposed to have blind faith in him. You don't even have faith in her. I'm not saying he has to tell her his secret, but it doesn't really seem like the secret's that big of a deal. Your whole crew knows. Your whole crew knows even that Omni-Man is your father now. Your best friend knows everything. It doesn't seem like this is that big of a secret. I don't want to be friends with you guys if someone setting boundaries is them being too hard on you or being mean to you. Someone setting boundaries this relationship is not mandatory. Mark does not need a girlfriend. If someone's setting boundaries they expect from your relationship makes someone a villain, I don't want to hang around you guys at fucking all. Oh my God. Do you have friends? Do you have friends? Because this was craziness. Amber, get the fuck behind me, because I'll do it. I'll do it. This is insane. You guys are all insane. I don't want to be friends with y'all. I don't want to be friends with y'all, and I know I'm not safe around you guys either. Because, baby, this is a cartoon. This is a cartoon, and y'all got all this bitch for y'all. All this aggression. Like, I don't know. If I saw white supremacists agreeing with my take, I would change it. You don't have to like every character, but I would maybe see like, maybe I'm going a little too hard on this 17-year-old girl. But we can't go too hard on any other 17-year-old on the show. Then there's a problem. But why is it just her? But it's not that deep, right? It's not that deep. Can you guys not multitask? Can you guys not multitask? Do you guys know art imitates life, right? I thought we learned that in like high school or something. Why wouldn't it be that deep? You're watching media. You're consuming media. Media is deep. That's the point. That's the point. I'm sorry you can't multitask. I'm sorry you can't critically think, but danger zone. Danger zone. It's real life, because I'm seeing these tweets and I'm blocking left and right, because I'm not safe around you either. I am not safe around you either. If these are the thoughts running through your head, if she's the villain of the show, I am not safe around you. I'm not. Moving on. I love Amber. Great girl. I like the mint that she wore in one episode. I really like that. But I have to defend my sister. I have to defend my sister. I like her and Mark together. They shouldn't be together though. Not right now. Not right now, but I'll talk about that in a second. Next character is Adam Eve. I love her and I love her powers. I love her and I love her powers like a lot. We first meet her saving Mark's ass, but Amber's the problem. I cannot believe that Rex happened, but you know, we have grown, we have healed. Hopefully we're moving on. We're correct because he doesn't deserve us, right? Eve, we got that. We don't. This is what's crazy. I feel like we don't even really know. Like, I feel like we haven't even seen like half of her power and what she can do, because like she rearranges molecules and shit. Like, she was holding that force field stopped lava. Like, she is so powerful and we don't even know the half of it. And I'm gonna talk to her parents for a second. I'm so happy she left this group of misfits, because up until the last episode they were a group of misfits. No, get your act together and you can have your powerhouse back. I'm also glad she left her parents' home. Her father stepped into a vat of lava and died. Her mother allowing her husband to berate her daughter, step into a pot of lava and die. Wow, that was ridiculous. Could you imagine? Her father, first of all, her dad almost called her a bitch. When I tell you, I leapt out of my, watching this show was too much. Watching this show was too much. And I watched some of it at night. It was too much. I jumped out of my chair. You guys are a bitch. And he was really about to say it too. He was really about to say it. I used the wrong lip liner. It's fine. I use this one. And it's fine. Her father's going to hell, but you knew that. But we all knew that, right? What else? A bitch, and then her father was like, the worst day of my life was when you got powers. Could you imagine? Your father being like, everything that makes you who you are today, that was the worst day of my life when that originally happened to you. Eve had probably had to come with terms to being a superhero herself, and then for your father to be like, yeah, it was the worst day of my life when you got those powers, and I don't want you to have them, and I want you to stay in this wretched house with my wretched ass this whole time. She needed to get out, and I'm so happy that she did, because now she lives in that cute tree house. Better furniture, nicer place. She doesn't have to go to high school. Like, it's totally fine. Like, I'm so happy for Eve. Get away from all these people. Until the group of misfits get their act together fully, we don't need to be back there. Not with your power. Not with your power, because it's too grand. We need people who know how to work within themselves before we add in Adam rearrangement into that crew. All right? So that's Adam Eve. Okay, last character, obviously, we're ending with Mark. I think Invincible's a dumb name, but that's the point, so it's fine. I'm about to say all of this with love. Everything I'm about to say is said with love, because I like Mark. I think he's funny. I think he has, I don't know, is it grit, the word that I'm looking for? Like, he always gets back up. No matter how much he's knocked down, he always gets back. I respect that. I admire that. That's really, really cool. He keeps trying and he's funny. So I like his character. Everything I'm about to say is with love, okay? Why are you consistently unprepared? Actually, let me blame his father for this. He was underprepared. Not underprepared, just unprepared. In every single aspect. And it was a setup by his father. Of course, you cannot really train him until his powers come in. We could have had some preliminary lessons that would have saved some lives. Why don't we know what a world map looks like? Why doesn't he know that he can squash someone, saving them and crush their bones? That could have been taught without superpowers. He could have hit the weights before he got powers. Could have been weight training. If we knew this was going to happen eventually, we had 17 whole years. We could have gotten him in a sport. Could have gotten him in a sport. Let's think critically and let's think long term. Clearly Omni-Man did it because it was a setup from the very beginning. He could have been taught how to be a better liar. That would have saved him a lot of resentment from Amber. Not really, but kind of, because your lies crumbled. That's how she figured it out. His lies didn't even have a foundation. Sometimes he didn't even come up with one. Sometimes he didn't even come up with an excuse why he was late. He was just kind of like, eh. How do you leave for an hour during their first hangout and not even have the slightest excuse ready? Superheroes are supposed to be quick on their feet. Because if you want, because you guys swear that he can't tell her the secret. That's fine. Be a better liar. That's fine. He could have been taught time management skills to help him balance his superhero and personal life, which is the whole like show is him like battling. He cannot handle both, which is why one has to go. All right. He could have been, obviously none of this would have been like the most effective without his powers, of course. Like the entire Mars episode was ridiculous. Why doesn't he know how far away Mars is? Why doesn't he know that? Why doesn't he know that? His powers pop up one day during practice. Oh well, then he'll figure it out then. Mark does not need a girlfriend. Mark is not in the right place for a girlfriend. Mark does not have time for a girlfriend. 3 true statements. Amber kept trying to break up with you, but you kept crying and pleading and begging when you could have just left her the fuck alone. Could have left her the fuck alone, but no. Wants the girlfriend, but doesn't want to put in the effort to learn time management skills. This is the 2 options. Either you don't have a girlfriend, or you tell her your fucking secret because you are not organized enough. Mark is not organized enough. He's to keep this facade up. It didn't work. It didn't work. He kept trying to balance the 2 for 8 episodes. It didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't work for 8 episodes straight. It's not gonna work now. So they shouldn't be together now. But it didn't work for all of those episodes. So you're not good at what you're doing. He's kept trying to balance. No, you don't have time to balance. You have other things to worry about. That's okay. That's okay. There's no problem with that. Leave Amber alone. Whenever he picked one, the other suffered significantly. Like Amber was mistreated, and then when he picked her and went to the party to see her, Rick got cyborg and William almost died. Like, you don't have time for a relationship, Mark. You don't. You don't. You know, it's okay. It's okay. Why must the mistreatment continue then? You don't. There's so many. He could have been like, I want to get into that college. We've made it clear that Mark has bad grades. Could have been like, I need to study. I need to work on my grades. You don't need to tell her your secret. I need to work on my grades. I need to focus. I don't have time for a girlfriend. There were so many options. There were so many options for Mark. That's the problem. Amber, y'all's issue with Amber, the problem actually is Mark. He's the one who's a superhero. He's the one who has to decide whether he wants to tell the secret or not, whether he wants to have a girlfriend or not. There were so many other options that didn't involve that. That didn't involve lying for 5 months. That didn't involve being late consistently for 5 months. There were so many other steps to get there, and he chose none of them. Eve and William both told him, you mistreated Amber. You mistreated Amber. Eve was like, make sure that you're serious about her, so it's something that like happens. And y'all, what is really crazy to me is you guys are acting like nobody in this world tells anybody that they're superheroes. Like, please spare me. Yes, they're in high school, and maybe you or I wouldn't share that kind of secret with like a high school like romantic relationship, but stop acting like this would never ever happen because you don't like Amber. Because he told William, his best friend. That's a high school best friend relationship. That's a little bit more serious. They were serious enough to meet each other's parents. And it wasn't even the tightest kept secret. William figured it out by staring at him for 10 seconds. figured it out completely. So it wasn't the best the secret wasn't under a fortress lock and key. Stop acting like it was. Stop it. Stop it. How many superheroes in this show did we see who have regular partners who knew about it? Yes, again, they're in high school, so like, yeah, it would be a little bit different. But please, acting like it would come out of left field is ridiculous. And you're doing it because you don't like Amber. Don't do that. Don't do that. Please, because it just makes you look foolish. William told him, you mistreated Amber. Adam Eve told him, you mistreated Amber. But every fucknut on the internet is like, no, he didn't. Eve even said, Mark was like, you told me not to tell her the secret. Eve said, well, I didn't tell you to string her along for 5 months like an asshole. That was a whole conversation that happened in the last episode. Did you guys not pay attention to that part? No, you didn't. Because now I can sit here and defend my sister against vitriol. 5 months? No, you wouldn't have tolerated that either. And look at how many reasonings I gave. I think point blank, you should have told her that secret months earlier. He wasn't hiding it from really nobody. It would have been fine. But if he didn't want to tell her the secret, that's fine. Could have gotten better time management skills. 5 months. 5 months is enough time to improve your time management skills. But that didn't happen. Didn't happen. 5 months is enough time to learn how to be a better liar and come up with more concrete lies that eases your girlfriend's mind. Didn't do that. 5 months to decide to actually tell her. Didn't do that. 5 months to, you could have at least like shown up on time for certain things to ease her mind. Didn't even do that. Couldn't even show. She told him how important it was that he be on time to meet her mother. And he said, okay. Did not show up. I don't care what he was doing, actually. Could have said something. I can't meet your mother today. I can't come be there in 2 hours. I am working with my father. Lies. Now, Amber's mad at him for lying, so obviously more lies wouldn't have helped, but to abandon her in all those situations is ridiculous. Is ridiculous, and it's not right. So you should, back to Mark. You should be easy on Mark because he's 17. I'm not denying that. I actually agree. He's only 17. Look at all this trauma he's endured in the past 5 months alone. First of all, he needs every type of therapy possible probably after that last episode. He's gonna need it, which is why they should not y'all don't need to date for a hot minute. No, you guys don't need to date for a hot minute at all. He needs to go to physical therapy, emotional therapy, cognitive behavioral, and everything. He needs it all. He needs it all. Look at what just happened. He got his face smashed in by his father. It was so unnecessarily rough. It was so nasty. It was so nasty and dark-sided. So I'm not denying that you should go easy on Mark because he's 17. But why does no one apply that logic to Amber? I wonder. He's the only kid in the show who's 17 years old? That's not true. I don't understand that. I don't understand. You can pacify one, but the other girl has to just put blind faith in someone who's been lying to her for 5 months? Don't understand that. Don't understand that at all. So yeah, that's Mark. I like his character. He's fun. So that's the characters on the show. I think the show is really good. I think you should watch it. Now that you watch my video, the first episode is kind of a lot. I would say watch it without knowing that, but you don't because you watched this video. It was fun. It was more fun to watch second time, actually, knowing what I was getting into instead of being scared shitless each time. The villains in the show are scary as shit. Just be aware of that. But thirdly, all-star cast. No one led with that. I didn't know this show. This is an all-star cast. Every time you move your mouse with Amazon X-Ray, a new person you definitely know is popping up. They're all in this show. They're all in the show. It's really crazy. It's really cool. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, me discussing Invincible. This is the Amber Defense Squad, but you knew that. Yeah, you guys should unpack that. I think so. So yeah, that's in my video. Those are all my thoughts on Invincible. So let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Please remember my disclaimers at the beginning. Delete the comment. Please remember my disclaimer at the beginning. Delete the comment. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Invincible. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are, what characters you like, don't like, etc, etc. I want to see season 2 like ASAP, because I have so many unanswered questions that I want them answered. I need them answered like as soon as possible. I want the demon to come back. Is he gonna come back? I want him to come back. Cause like his notebook, I heard there was some breathing near his notebook. It's like I want him to come back, because I feel like he knows even more than he let on, and I need the explanation, because I need Omni-Man taken down. I need him taken. I don't know how, because you can't destroy their cells. I don't know how, but where there's a will, there's a way, and I have a will. That man needs to die. So yeah, that's it in my video. So if you'd like to follow me on social media, here's my Twitter and my Instagram. Go have fun, enjoy yourself on there. And while you're here, go check out some of my recent videos that should be on your screen right about now. And yeah, thank you guys so very much for watching. I hope you're staying healthy and safe inside your homes, or fully vaccinated too. So, but stay inside. Tone it down. There's still variants and stuff. So yeah, thank you guys so very much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.